Yeah, baby. We back. One time for T Mac, my father. R.I.P. Shout out to my little sis. She said she liked the intro music. Cause our father would have loved it, you dig? He was one of them funky kind of cats. Yeah. Boom. Greetings and salutations. Hey, how are you? Are you good? How your mama them? This is your boy Heavy Mac, and welcome back to the Heavy Thoughts podcast. It's been going back and forth between the pod I was trying to do, and then just getting the name back. So again, welcome to the Heavy Thoughts podcast. The other one was It's Just Heavy, but over and done with. Over and done with. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Y'all had a good Christmas. Y'all had a good Christmas. Let me tell you something. December, by far, for me, is the most expensive month for all of the reasons that have nothing to do with Christmas. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not that it has nothing to do with Christmas, but it's not my daughter. My lady, she likes expensive things, right? So for the longest time, she was talking about getting these pair of diamond-studded earrings. Now, one of the beauties is when she talks, she rambles, and any guy that has a living relationship, they know that they sometimes they just got to get it off. They got to talk. So I lock in and I listen. Now, she has a bleeding heart for people and humanity, and I'm trying not to take that from her, but also pointing out the things that kind of contradicts her bleeding heart. I wouldn't be me if I didn't bring it to the surface, if I didn't speak on it. So, she's always, these blood diamonds and the kids in Africa that's losing hands and this and that. But I would like some diamond earrings. I'm like, nigga, come on, man. You can't have it both ways. You either care or you don't. But anyway, so I go get these very expensive earrings, which wasn't a problem. Friends like to make themselves relevant, and they like to pop out at the end of the year. And I'm pretty much a loner for self. I go to the cigar bar, and shout out to my homie DG, who did take my recommendation and provide some insight. So my cigar of the week, one that I'll probably be indulging in tomorrow night when I go to my cigar lounge, will be a Fat Bottom Betty. I have been stepping away from the infused, because I feel like the older you get, and not in so much years, but in experiences with your palate, then your tastes should elevate too. So my introduction to the game was one of the gas station cigars. Not the ones you used to bust down, take the guts out, and replace with weed. No, it was just one of the gas station ones for a photo shoot. And no one told me how to smoke cigars. So up until that point, I had prior experience with like Black and Mild. So, Black and Mild, you freak it. For those who don't know what it means to freak a black, ask a black friend. If they got real dark lips, I promise you they know how to freak a black. So I would freak a black, and then from there, I smoked the Black and Mild. Smoke Black and Mild, same way you smoke weed. Good hit, take it in, inhale, push back out. That's the vibes. So that being the vibes, it was that's how I thought you smoked cigars. Boy, was I wrong. I took that, was doing this photo shoot for a friend of mine. Shout out to Blue Image. Um, we went down there to the Battery in Charleston, South Carolina. I had on the 3 piece suit was a look. I had on the b-boy street look, and I was just showing out for the camera. Good times, great fun. Except I almost died because like my lung almost collapsed. I was taking this cigar, this gas station cigar. Don't know the name, don't know the brand, didn't even matter. And I'm taking it to the head. I'm taking it. I'm inhaling, trying to inhale a cigar, and I'm like, God, people smoke these things. How do they do it? I'm dying, but I gotta look good for the camera, and I don't want to waste this $8 gas station cigar. I don't want to waste it. So I'm dying through, powering through, and yeah, stop smoking for I want to say the better side of like 6 years. Then I had one of my old police sergeants who told me, "Nah, man, if you try to inhale it, you'll die. It's meant to be savored, then push back out." So yeah, that's kind of where it was at. But yeah, back to the gifts. So we friends that want to come into town. Got my lady there, her stuff, and then friends want to pop up and show up, and I'm real low key. So I catch the people that want to go out and about. And when you got friends and family that come from all over and they want to go out and about, those restaurants that you don't usually go to, they add up and they add up quick. So December, very expensive month for me. Very expensive, but I'm not complaining. Shout out to the powers that be that afford me the ability of tapping into my strength where I can do for self. I can take care of things and hold down the house. And when in doubt, you know, I always reach out to loved ones that can help out because it's the holiday season. I know a lot of people is going through a lot right now, and we're gonna talk about a lot. I'm not gonna try to hold you. That's not the point of this podcast. The point of this podcast is to relay heavy thoughts and information as stuff that sticks to my brain, what I found interesting from the week, things that I've pondered on that I wanted to expound on. My verbal journal of just heavy thoughts. And shout out to the 3 people I know that's listening. Shout out to y'all, DG, AJ, Shorty up in New York. What's poppin'? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Shorty if she's gonna be listening. I know she riding there, ripping and running them streets. Shout out to the truck drivers that's out there, man. I pray y'all getting y'all rest as well as y'all paper because I've been there, done that. If I had to, I'd go back to it. But boy, I'd hate to get back on the road because y'all dealing with some bullshit these days. But shout out to y'all. And hey man, if you need somebody to talk to, or at least just some words of affirmation, something, hit me up on IG, Heavy Mac on IG, or It's Just Heavy. That's the dad joke page. It's Just Heavy Facebook, or Sir Heavy Mac on TikTok. I'm pretty responsive. Not so much so to where it's like addictive. Like I don't keep that phone on me. Largely in part because I have separations of phones. Like I do my social media thing in the morning and I leave that phone at home. I don't take it out for nothing or nobody because I'm not that glued to stroking my own ego based on how many followers or retweets or anything anybody else has to say. Or I'm not so vain to where I'm caught up in, I got to be the first person to see how the numbers are doing, or I got to see what the news is saying. I look forward to the opportunity of whatever I get to disconnect. So that's me in a nutshell. But yeah. So the people that's going through something, you need somebody to reach out and talk to. I promise. I may not be immediately, but I will. Respond, say what's up, kick it with you, talk to you any way that I can, because that's what it's about for me. Holiday season. The older I get, the more I'm learning on how hard it can be for a lot of people. Because for those who know, my father passed away this year, so this is my first Christmas in my existence without my father, and it's a different feeling. Like we all met. And my brother, he did one of those things where he submitted some information, and I don't know if it was AI or some white man with a guitar, but he kind of sang a song for my mom, um, on behalf of like what my father would have said. Because my father was a songwriter too, but try to capture the essence of how my father would have thought and what he would have did. And it was beautiful. It was a moment, and it is the first of several years, at least 4 decades. I got at least 40 years of the Christmases without him, Thanksgivings, birthdays. You know, I had my father for 39 years, and yeah, so it's I get how the holidays can feel, you know, distant, but I want people to kind of focus on the magic of what it could be. I know it's dark times out there, and I brought that up because how I'm trying to introduce my daughter into Christmas the older she gets, and one of the things that I think I'm going to do, um, is kind of take approach from a magic standpoint. So it's not so much Santa Claus. Like I don't want her sitting up at night trying to catch a white man breaking into my house, leaving gifts, and taking a bite out of cookies and drinking milk and peacing out. That's not the avenue I want to take. The avenue I want to take for my daughter is the magic of giving, and how when you do it unbegrudgingly and wholeheartedly, on how the universe can repay you in such a manner to where it just you get this level of fulfillment for self. Because I'll be the first to tell you, I'm one of them people that I don't need I don't need a lot to feel complete or to feel at peace. And I want to pass that down to my daughter. I want my daughter to view life as having everything you need, and what you want doesn't really define you, won't keep you up at night. It won't stress you out, because nothing, for me personally, I've never bought anything that made me feel better long term that I didn't need to up the ante on it. Like I wanted this charger. Oh my God, if I can just get this charger, then that'll make me happy. And I got it. And I had it, and it was great, you know. And then I found out that I was going to be a father, and being in the South with a V8 engine on a Charger, RTs are better. They talk shit about RTs, or it's not no Scat Pack, and ain't no Hellcat. Yeah, niggas are still. So because I know niggas still, I was like, I don't want to have a car that a nigga will want to steal, and my daughter's in it. So I don't need a muscle car. So I, sold the Charger and got a Tahoe. Oh man, I can just get the Tahoe. I don't need the car note. I just need to have something that's paid for so I can take care of my daughter, take care of her, make sure she good. And then I got that. Fast forward about a year and change of having it and no car. And I was like, I really wanted a Jeep. And if I can just get this Jeep, and it just keeps going. Got the Jeep, and then 7 months into it was like, you know what? Had a car that was paid for, had money that was being reallocated back into the house, back into my daughter, back into her education for whatever she wants to do in the future and all things of that. I went out and bought a brand new Jeep for what? For the look. So I want to instill in her that nothing you buy, from my own experience, gives you happiness long term. It's an internal thing, and how you show up for people. So I want to show my daughter that the magic of showing up for people is how you get that level of fulfillment. And you be the best version of you, not because you want something at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that for the idea of, oh, if you're good all year, you might get that gift that you want, and that nah, just be good. Be good, and life finds a way to make sure that you have everything you need. And if you have loving and caring parents that go out and get after it, they'll make sure that you have the stuff that you want to. So that's kind of how I want to see it for my daughter. I want to teach her the magic of just giving, and the magic of just giving without the idea of receiving something in return, but just giving with a good, clean heart. And speaking of giving, I want to shout out to the Carolina Panthers who gave the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that ass whooping. Yes, round of applause for my Panthers. Panther gang, Panther family, hey, thank you. They won this past Sunday. For those who don't know, if I haven't said it, I'm recording this podcast the day after Christmas. It is December 26, 2025, at approximately about 11:14 p.m. Largely in part, I got to make sure baby girl's straight, and I was supposed to be going out, but I was like, nah, I got to get this done, because if I don't get it done, I'm going to have my boy DG on my head like, stop being a bitch, put out the content. You right. So, Carolina Panthers, man, we on the top of the NFC South. I love it. It's an amazing feeling. I know we got some whatever game, and then we got to play Tampa Bay again. I'm hoping Tampa Bay loses this coming Sunday. That would like do everything but certify. Like, yeah, we gonna take the NFC South, and not since I want to say 2015 or 16 when Cam had us 15-1 that year. I don't think we've had this level of success. So I'm excited. I am excited to see it. I'm excited to be a part of it. Yo, Panther family, keep pounding. We here. And something else that I saw this past Sunday. Now, Sunday was a good day for football. Really good day for football. One of the things that I saw was from the players, DK Metcalf. Now, for those who don't know, DK Metcalf, my introduction to him, he was playing for the Seattle Seahawks. Phenomenal specimen of an individual. Top receiver, he's at least top 5 in the NFL currently. Still consistently working. Body is a freak of nature. It does not make sense for somebody to be that big, that strong, and that fast. Literally, there was talks of him being like the guy for the Olympics. And those are like professional runners. And there's like, DK could do it. I'm like, damn, that's a different level of man. And he left more recently. He left the Seattle Seahawks, and he found himself in Pittsburgh. And this past Sunday, well, one of the days that he was playing, there was an incident where, DK was over on the sideline getting after it with a fan, fan of the opposite team. I believe it was the Lions. And you just see DK kind of grabbing him by the collar, and he kind of pushes with his fist towards the fan, almost a push punch type of thing. But I'm not gonna say punch, like a shove, but with your fist. The cameraman caught it. Refs didn't see it. And it eventually led to DK getting suspended for 2 games. He appealed it in hopes that maybe it was going to be 1. They was like, nah, we're going to make sure it's 2. And on top of that, he lost from being suspended for the last 2 games of the season. It's costing him $550,000. So that small interaction that you had with a fan is costing you a little bit over $500,000. That's crazy. Like, can you imagine losing your shit and missing 2 games and that costing $500,000? There's people in this country right now starving, like planning paychecks, trying to make it stretch debating on whether the ramen noodles or the beans is going to get them through the week, and has the kids eaten yet? And you lose 500,000 for losing your cool with a fan. Now, I'm not going to pretend that fans don't get unruly. Here's my thing, and here's my thought process with it. I played football in college, for those who don't know, and um, in that time in playing in college, when you're locked in the game, in my experience, very rarely have I ever heard someone say something directly to me that can pull me out of the game, because it can change at any moment. You know, you can just get off the field catching your breath, trying to get the water on you, trying to get the water in you, trying to get the Gatorade moving, trying to get something taped up, something looked at, something stretched, you know what I'm saying? Changing cleats out, trying to do something. And offense, to go out there, fumble the ball, you right back on the field again. Or it could be a situation where offense is driving the ball down the field and it's taking them 7 to 8 minutes to do it. So now you're sitting on the sideline waiting to go in. You got to stay warm. You got to stay loose. You got to be and do all the things. I don't hear people behind me. I've had girlfriends. I've had family members. I've had fans, kids. All of my years of playing football, when I tell you I can't hear what goes on behind me, I just can't hear it. I'll be so locked in. And that's on high school and college. I ain't go to no big college. I went to a very small college that my high school stadium was bigger than my college one. So for me to say I didn't hear it because I was locked in, like, you're talking to your coaches, you're talking to your teammates, you're moving down, you're moving up. Like, unless I turn around looking for something, I don't hear it. And for him to get the GOAT of DJ Metcalf, to get him to come over there and not only grab him by the shirt, but react in that manner to get him suspended. Now, allegedly, they say, you know, it got him on videos like, you know, hey, man, he going to get suspended. He's like, yep, and that was the point. They got the fans saying that. And allegedly, they say DK talked to the Lions about this fan for the last 3-4 years. So a lot of people, a lot of the analysts are on their they're on TV. Hey, man, you got to be bigger than that. You got to be stronger than that. It's not about the fan. You know, it's not about the, you know, making you upset. You getting paid millions of dollars to play a game. And, you know, other analysts was like, fuck that. Fans got to learn some level of respect. You ain't going to just be calling me every name under the sun and then just expect me to be cool with it and just ignore it and rub it off. And I hear you. I hear you. The most egregious level of disrespect I ever seen athletes go through was when I was watching soccer. And there was this I think an African soccer player, either African or like Hispanic. He was, according to the American standard, he was black in color. And apparently the fans was just so egregiously racist with it. Start throwing banana peels at the motherfucker. Do you know the level of forethought it takes to say, let me take a banana to the game and throw it at a player when I have an opportune moment in time? Because how you know you was going to have that time? How did you know he was going to be improv? Like that level, like that's the kind of shit that, you know, get me on my Ron Artest or my Meta World Peace. That's the kind of shit that had me going to stands. Because you throwing shit at me, where was security? I don't know how things move outside of America, but I know how motherfucker move in this country. You put your hands, you throw some shit on me, put your hands on me, bro, we going to get active. And we going straight to it. Let's get busy immediately. But that also brings me to the idea of, well, where's the emotional intelligence? Because again, I'm of that ilk. I'm born in the 1980s. Very few words can bother me. It's just not, and unless you're threatening like the life and well-being of my family, I don't have it in me to care. Like I don't have it in me to be on some shit where it's like, oh, you called me a nigga boy and he said go pick that cotton and I'm like, I mean, all right, nigga, I'm gonna leave here in my $200,000 car, go back to my $4.5 million house, motherfucker. You have you're engaged to one of the most beautiful women and talented women in R&B. Like, where's the emotional intelligence? I would use whatever frustrated me in my time before playing, like in park ball. I would get mad. I was never a kid that wanted to fight because my father, I never know how he'd react. That's your brother. You don't fight your brother. And so I was always the one that was like, no. It's very slow to respond because one, I was terrified of my father, and two, I didn't have the words for it then, but I know it now. I didn't know how far I would take it because, like, I don't know a sibling that would literally, not figuratively, literally hit their sibling with everything they got in the face. Like, you could slam them, you can swing at them, you can kind of grapple and wrestle, but like physically punch your sibling that you grew up with in the same house, same parents, same conditions in the face, I don't have it. So what I would do was I would store a lot of my frustrations. I just wait till football season. Because I know I'm finna be hitting people that ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't my brother, ain't my cousin, ain't no kin of me. So when you put on them shoulder pads and you strap up that chin strap, if you come in front of me, that ass is grass. I want you to know I'm here for all the smoke. And I ain't talking podcast. I loved it. I loved it. There was something therapeutic, like hitting other people, making a grown man grunt in pain was therapy for me for 16 years. There's nothing that can compare to it. I don't care how mad I got. I pride myself on never really losing my cool off of football field because I know as long as I have football, I got my therapy where I can put hands on people and I'll be fine. I will be fine. It wasn't until football was over and you realize, well, these emotions got to go somewhere. You can only lift so much weight. You can only run so far. You can only do so much distractions before you got to deal with the demons that you're carrying with you. That was my introduction into therapy. Like life after football, then I went into policing, and then it was like, what the shit that you see on there on a daily? It's like, ugh. But all of it goes back to that level of emotional intelligence because I don't care what they say to me in the streets as a cop. I can't lose my shit. That's a great way to get my department sued. So if I fuck up the money for the city because I lost my shit, now my coworkers can't get raises because we're dealing with some shit. I lost my cool for a minute. How the fuck is that fair? Who does that benefit? Like, how do we get to the place where, and I see it so often, a lot of dudes out here just mentally check out and just kind of react. I was raised by my father and grandfather. They said real men respond. We don't react. So what do you mean? So, reaction is a knee-jerk thing of what you do in a moment. Respond is carefully and methodically, thought through. How do you want to handle it? You think about what goes into your decision as far as what you gain, what you lose, how you move, what you will have, what you won't have. Are you going to lose time? You going to lose your freedom? Like, what is the outcome going to be if you lose your shit? So when I see people that do it on a bigger scale and a scale that pays, pays. Is it the money that just makes you feel like and again, I don't know what the fans said. All I know is what the articles and what they say online is. And, he's been telling them for years, Detroit, y'all got one. This is not. Yeah, I'd have told staff, I ain't going back out on the field till I get this motherfucker away from me. Put him on the other side where he can't sit behind me and da. I'm DK Metcalf, bitch. If I don't want you here because you're a distraction to me playing in the game, they'll put you on the other side. They'll do something. They'll have an event coordinator sit next to the guy and see what he says or does that can get him kicked out of the game, banned from the stadium, whatever it is. There's so many other ways to handle that before you put your hands on people. And I don't rock with it. I don't understand it. A lot of men out here losing their freedom because they lack the emotional intelligence. I'm not going to be one of them fake podcasts. It's because the man ain't in the house. See, these women out here won't let the man see their kids, and if they don't let the man see their kids, and then the boys don't establish the maturity level to know how you're supposed to move in certain. I ain't fuck all that. Cause fuck all that. We a community of people. You give a fuck what your skin color is. Né? My father would check anybody. If you hang around my house, you one of mine. What we don't do in this house, disrespect. Now, by coincidence, my white friend Jeremy, Jeremy didn't move like that in his house because Jeremy was raised by his mom. I don't think his dad was in the picture, and Jeremy would do weird things like cuss his mother out. Never seen it before. And immediately I knew I can't do that in my house. So Jeremy, he tried speaking his mind to my father one time. And my father told him, son, I don't know who you are as it pertains to your home life, but in this house, we don't do that. And if you can't do that, you can't come back here. And then Jeremy's mom talked to my dad, and my dad explained where it was coming from, and his mom kind of explained, oh, no, it was just kids being kids. He was like, my son don't do that. None of them. And at the time, it was 4 of us. It was 4 boys. He was like, I got 4 boys. 4 black boys in the South. Don't none of them act like that. So my level of emotional intelligence was integrated into me at a real early age, not because of fear of what the police would do, but fear of what my father was going to do, or worse, my grandfather. That structure that sat in my house, man, let me tell you, yeah, you can go out and do something stupid. You might get arrested, but eventually that 6'3" charcoal skin with locks, pissed off, bloodshot, red-eyed, Jamaican-looking motherfucker gonna be at the house waiting for you. And I ain't want them problems. Did not want them problems. Not even remotely close. Didn't want them problems. So yeah, I'm at a loss because today so many men, and I can't speak to the gravity of women. I've never been a woman, and I don't understand men who talk to women about how they garner or how they regulate their emotions. It's not my business. It's not my testimony. It's not my story. I'm not one of them guys that's out here like, yo, as a man, this is what you're supposed to do as a woman. What? How does that? How you gonna tell her how to do her? Because essentially, all you telling her is how to do her to get you or somebody like you. But if she don't want somebody like you, then essentially you just wasting words. I ain't on that kind of time. I don't get it. And that's the reason, largely in part, on why I have 2 different cell phones, because it gives me the time and the ability of detaching from that internet shit that I see every day. Why people can't get their shit together. I'll look at men every week coming to my office and going in the courtrooms that lost their mind for a moment. That emotional intelligence got fucked up for a moment, and it cost them so much. Well, yeah, I went out drinking, and I was driving home, and I could have killed somebody. At least I ain't killed nobody. Yeah, but man, your alcohol content was like double the legal limit. So now you got to pay this lawyer for your DWI. You got to take these classes. You got to do some time in jail. Oh, by the way, you got to keep your job because you got to pay these court fees. You got to pay the supervision fees. You got to pay for the fees of the classes. You got to pay for this. You got to pay. Well, how am I supposed to do all of that if 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 I lose my job because I got to go to jail? I don't know. You should have thought about that before you went drinking and driving. Well, how am I supposed to, feed myself and feed my kids if I got to keep coming down to this office and checking in with you? I don't know. You should have thought about that before you pointed and presented a firearm to a police officer. Well, how am I supposed to do this and how am I supposed to do that? Bruh, I don't know. I've never been in your shoes. There's no attraction to the thug life shit. There's no, I don't know what age I outgrew the niggatry. I have no idea when that happened. None whatsoever. But when it did, it hit hard. I remember having pants that was too big, and I was like, sagging don't feel right. I remember walking out of my house, belt on, pants around my waist, and I felt like, all right, this works. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Man, you out here with them pants is all tight. You mean the pants that fit? Yeah, I'm wearing pants that fit. It's not tight. They just fit. Oh man, you out here looking weird. Looking like an adult. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. This is what it looks like when you raised by positive role models, positive male figures in your life, I guess. But for y'all individuals that's out here losing your shit for a moment, I play my life in the meanings of fives. If it won't matter in 5 years and I won't remember in 5 months, I'm not gonna give it 5 minutes. A lot of y'all motherfuckers get mad at people y'all not gonna see in 5 years. Y'all not gonna remember in 5 months. Remember that time that dude that was on that bullshit, about 5 months ago? Just something, I don't know, man. That exactly. But this hothead mentality of how you just got to get your shit off and you got to speak your part and you got to do it, bruh, it's a fucking waste. Waste of time and energy and money and resources. I don't get it. I don't get you motherfuckers that look at a moment and just lose your shit and be willing to lose everything. Now, for you motherfuckers that don't have shit, you're already borderline homeless, and I guess, 3 hots in a cot might sound good to you. But for me, I'm too pretty for jail. Too cute. I ain't got time for it. I don't have time to be sleeping in a bed surrounded by a guy, bunch of strangers, shitting on metal toilets, having dudes with hair nets, making my grits and looking me in the face like, yo, man, you look good this morning, that orange. What? I ain't got it. Call me crazy, but, I like pussy and freedom way too much for jail. I like it way too much to run the risk of losing any and everything I work hard for. I really want a lot of y'all dudes to tap back into that element of getting that emotional intelligence, because a lot of y'all bitch made these days. I don't understand it. A lot of y'all can't take constructive criticism. If your boss walk up to you and tell you how you should be moving and this and that, bro, unless you're going to go run another company, shut the fuck up, man. If he ain't assaulting you, he ain't talking crazy to you. If he just talking to you like, yo, man, listen, this is what you messing up at. Here's how you need to move going forward. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm going to start putting those things into action. It's a simple conversation. I hear motherfuckers, man, if he say one more goddamn thing to me, bro, I'm going to punch him in the face. Why? We skipped some steps, sir. The fuck you mad for? Why are you so hostile? For what? I don't get it. I don't get why it's so hard just to take that extra second to really tap in and see if what you're about to do is going to be worth the long term. And see, I see a lot of that shit even as it pertains to fucking politics. I fucking hate politics. I never liked it. Never was a fan. But because these butt sore butt fucks in politics now want to do some publicly dumb shit, I'm forced to engage and knowing what the fuck is going on. Because I have a child now. And I got to know what these emotionally unstable fucktards are doing that can possibly put my child in harm's way. That's a goddamn shame. I was happy not knowing what the fuck America did as it pertains to other countries and how we moved. I Palestine. The fuck is that? So are we beefing with Israel? Are we cool with them? Why? So we get our stuff from China, but we don't like these are the questions I never had to trouble my brain with ever. And it's like the last 5-6 years. Because apparently being the head is not powerful enough for a lot of motherfuckers. See, here's the biggest problem that I got with politics. One of the biggest problems. And I fucking hate that I gotta talk about it, but it's been on my brain. And you know, it's heavy thoughts. So one of my biggest problems I got with politics that I have with people that's in them, and I have people that even want to talk about them. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody wants to do the conversation from both sides on how both sides are fucked up. Nobody. We have a fucking toddler with no emotional intelligence running the goddamn free world, and his cronies and minions is out here serving up whatever he says is gospel. We had a fucking lawyer, a former lawyer, say in words, well, you know, he might like them young, but he don't like them young. Like, you know, there's a big difference between 15 and 8. Bitch, what? What did she say? There's a big difference. It's all illegal. What are you talking about? What are we saying? Y'all dick riding the motherfuckers so hard that you'll overlook. Fuck the 34 convictions. Fuck all of that. He won. Here's what it is. But the shit that's coming out now about potentially, allegedly, what he was a part of, what he was into with these fucking Epstein files and all this other bullshit, and y'all want to turn the other cheek? I don't respect it. I don't fucking respect it. I don't give a fuck who on that list. If you fuck over kids, if you fucking on kids, if you doing fuck shit with kids, your ass need to go. Fuck jail. Castration. Goddamn. You need to walk around dickless, or if in a woman's case, let's sew that shit up. Let's take a hand while we at it. I'm talking about some medieval shit. Because you fucking with the innocent. You sick fuck. I don't, Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, all y'all motherfuckers on my shit list if you fucking off on kids. Ain't no gray area with me. So I hate politics. It's a lot of gray. It's either right or it's not. You either fuck with the people or you don't. If you don't fuck with the people, say you don't fuck with the people, just go stand over there. Never in my life. I don't stand by motherfuckers that do wrong shit. This is why I don't got a lot of friends. Because I only fuck with motherfuckers that hold themselves accountable and that hold me accountable. It can't be a situation where I'm doing some bullshit and my man DG be on some, but that's my man, so I'm going to hold him down. Nah, hey, motherfucker, you doing some bullshit, bro. And if you going to be on that kind of time, cool. I'm going to be over here. It was nice meeting you. I wish you all the best. And I can't even knock my boy for saying shit like that because that's what the fuck it is. It has to be. Never in the history of my life have I seen motherfuckers that can't answer a yes or no question. Ask them point blank period. Yo, is the president on them files? Yes or no? Well, the league. No. It's a yes or no question. They got video of the motherfucker saying I was his boy. But what happened when you get forced to, we got to put the files out. Everything redacted but Bill Clinton's face. If Bill was fucking on kids, fuck Bill too. Let's get him up out of here. But don't forget your boy. Don't forget Donald. He got to go too. Anybody else, I don't care who it is. They got to go. They got to get up out of here. Because when you get to that's the perfect. One of the things that people ask, what if you had such and such $1 billion and da 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 da? Here's one of the reasons on why like having that exorbitant amount of money troubles me. I am very dialed into my limitations as far as what I can do for self comfortably and still thrive as a citizen of society. Like there's certain levels of things I can do for me that still, keep me riding the straight and narrow. But if I overstep because of a certain level of access, I won't know how to act. You can't give a motherfucker like me $100 billion. I don't know what the fuck to do with that. Instinctually, I would want to help everybody. Go back home to Charleston, make sure all the schools got all the books that they need, all the computers that they need, try to put everybody in the right situation that they can thrive and succeed, get everybody up and going, moving and grooving, right? And then after you've taken $2 billion and done that, what do you do with another $98 million? This is why I don't get so wrapped up in stuff. This is why I don't get wrapped up in the newest cell phone, the newest smartwatch, smart glasses, the newest Range Rover, the newest Bentley, the newest mega mansion. None of that shit, because eventually you run out of shit to buy. Buying shit becomes a thing of the past. What's next? Well, I've done everything legally I've wanted to do. What's some illegal shit I can get active in? I know they make movies about the shit. There was one of them, I forgot the name of it. I think it's called The Hunt, where these people were so rich, buying another plane didn't do shit for them. Having a yacht the size of a cruise ship, this is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Burning money, fucking over the people that's way underneath, whatever. I know. Let's hunt people. Really? That sounds interesting. The fuck are we talking about? But that's that dangerous level of like unchecked power because America, we thrive on capitalism and we let motherfuckers move how they want to move over here. Like with me, if you got it, you know what I'm saying? You go ahead and get your little boy. Go ahead and get your little girl. What? I first off don't understand the psyche of how you look at a child and get aroused. I don't get it. As a 39-year-old man, women under the age of 30, I want to say 36, don't attract me. They're cute. You know what I'm saying? Like they're cute. That's how I describe them. Like, oh, she's cute. Like how you would say, like, like a puppy. I see them as children. Oh, they're 3 years younger than you. True, but it's a mentality for me. The fuck a 45, 50, 60-year-old man looking at a 22, 23-year-old like, yeah, we got a lot in common. Nigga, how? What do you have in common? It's a 20, 30-year age gap difference. What do y'all talk about? You talking about Al Green and she talking about, I don't know what, K-pop Demon Slayers? I don't know what the fuck the new music is. I don't know. Stay in my lane. All of this shit goes back fucking and the shit it makes me mad because I got to talk about this shit because it's some shit that I've been thinking about. How the fuck do we get to a place where we can excuse behaviors based on our political beliefs? Nigga, that's not man shit. That's bullshit. You'll let the party that you support slide on crime, regardless if there's victims, regardless if people suffer, regardless if people go hungry, regardless if people get fucked up, regardless if people get killed, just so you can say, well, but I support that. But if the other side does, y'all quick to point it out. And the other side, you motherfuckers don't get no free pass either because then my question comes into play. Well, if the president is doing all of this shit now, why the motherfuckers that come before him ain't do shit to prevent shit like this? Like, why when the pendulum was swinging the other direction, why was nothing done so shit like this don't happen? Oh, it's hard to think of, things like this and people can't fathom. They would never fathom such and such and such. Why? What do you mean you can't fathom it? This country was built on lies. Lies and murder. What can't you fathom? Like, what do you mean? I don't trust no fucking body until you show me I can trust you. I keep bringing up my dog DG because I know I was in the field with this motherfucker. Literally in the field with him. Strapped up. Toting badges and guns and shit. I know I got a rider on my life for real because he'll handle business if need be. That's the extent of where it is. He wasn't just giving that shit. He earned it. He didn't just hand me a pass like, yo, I know McClain got me, da-da-da-da. No, nigga, I earned that shit with him. That's my man, true through and through. Our relationship established and got built from a mutual level of trust. No disrespect, no murders, no fucking nobody over. This country already had people in it. And somebody discovered it and we celebrate the motherfucker. Yeah, we're going to celebrate a motherfucker finding something that wasn't lost. And, oh, by the way, let's kill millions of them, right? Let's push them further west and then just say, y'all can have this part. And then just keep pushing them further west until we take everything. Because, I heard that they have gold on their side. Yeah, let's just kill a couple more thousands and, just take more of it. Well, they got a nice weather in Louisiana. Let's go ahead and get that up. Yeah, we're going to take that. Oh, California. Yeah, well, where are we going to put them? Alaska. We'll buy that from Russia, and we'll just put them there. We'll put them in Iowa. The fuck are we talking about? We'll put them in Hawaii. Let's go get this little country Hawaii from the locals and just tell them, hey, y'all can either get with us or we fucking taking it anyway. Oh well, we seen what you did to the people that was in America before y'all got there. So we'll get down and lay down. We'll get down. That's the history of the country. Don't sell me on the bullshit of how we are the great. Great for who? Y'all motherfuckers got me talking about politics on the last fucking podcast of 2025. And I just got back. What the fuck? I'm gonna do it for another 2 more minutes, and I'm moving on. 2 more minutes, and I'm moving on. My issue is people are finding comfort in being argumentative and ignorant just for sake of being hateful because they can. Because they think that the pendulum won't ever swing their direction as long as they support the people in power now. And I know that they're burning books and banning them, but history shows that the power don't last that way forever. It won't. You better start learning how to be cool with people. You better start learning how to put your biases and your prejudices and that bullshit aside. Because I'm telling you, when shit break bad, if you standing out there thinking that you got people riding for you, if it's one thing I've learned from this administration, if it's one thing I've learned from this presidency, if it's one thing I learned from Republicans and Democrats alike, when the shit hit the fan, they'll always do what works best in their self-interest. It's never about the interest of the masses. It's always about the interest of self. My best self-interest is for me to treat people like humans, like people. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I think I get up, I put my pants on one leg at a time, sitting down because I'm a man of a certain age. And doing that shit standing up is old. That's a fast way to break a hip. Anything after 35, you have to sit down and do. You have to sit down to get dressed. That standing up shit is not the move. It don't happen. I just treat people decent. Until you give me a reason not to, I'm going to always give you that respect. So the moral of the story is, fuck the Republicans, fuck the Democrats, people, United States of America. Unite that shit. Bring that shit back together. Stop letting motherfuckers who can't beat you in a street fight tell you how to move. That's the part that killed me. That's why I love the Renaissance era so much, bruh. You wasn't king just because you inherited the shit. Bitch, you got to fight for that motherfucker. Well, my father was a king. Yeah, and if one of your soldiers say, nigga, I want that crown, though. Guards, he's the number one guard you got. Now, you got to get active. I respect active leaders that's about that business. Like, yo, I ain't the one to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm off politics. Moral of the story, get your emotional intelligence up. A lot of men is in politics and in sports and all the other shit, just all over the world. When you show your rabbit ass emotions and react to shit, I hope the response is swift and I hope it's justified because y'all motherfuckers is moving like bitches and I don't get why. Most recently, newest Netflix special that came out, Dave Chappelle stand up. We'll give a round of applause for that. Unstoppable. I'm not gonna spoil it for those who haven't seen it. I'm gonna just say he spoke highly of Jack Johnson, first black heavyweight boxer in American history. Man, Dave just tells a good story. Tells a great story, and you learn so much. He talks about Saudi Arabia and the selective outrage on how they'll talk about the Palestinian people. Oh, they killed 8 journalists. I was like, oh, Israel killed 200 and some. I'm not gonna go into detail with it because again, I don't know enough about it. I just know that starving people and killing kids is fucked up. I don't care what side you want. If we can't agree on that, I ain't the audience for you. Please move the fuck along. So when you get the time, man, check out the Dave Chappelle stand-up. Phenomenal job. It's not for everybody. It's for me, though. I personally like the engagement. I like the stories. I like how he tells the stories, how he sets it up, and just the movement and the fluidity of it. And there's some other things that I'm not going to dive too deep into because, again, y'all, like I told you, I'm not going to hold y'all long. It's a lot of stuff that's coming on, but most of the things that I really want to tap into is because it's my second podcast back on my consistent shit, but it's the last Saturday of 2026. 2025 before we go to 2026. And I want to know what you leaving. Like, what are you leaving in 2025 that you hope to never see again? Or what are you going to put down but then pick back up a couple days or weeks into 2026? That's the thought. That's the thing. What are you going to do in the new year that ultimately makes you a better human being for everybody? That's my challenge that I'm dealing with mentally, because one of the things that I want to put down procrastination. I want to put down all the food that doesn't serve my body or my mental, because you don't know pain until you thinking you doing good in your weight loss journey, and then your child walk up to you while you trying to get dressed and pat your stomach and say, "Ooh, big belly." What? I almost jumped off my goddamn dresser and ended it all. Jesus Christ. Oh, my daughter. Oh, my God. Love you, baby girl, but Jesus. That one hurt, man. That one did hurt. That one did hurt. So it's the end of 2025. The next time y'all hear my voice, unless you go to the Instagrams and the TikToks and all the other social media sites, I have an episode out for the first Saturday of the new year. And, again, just rocking with the consistency, because I know I got the people that's out there that's listening. And a part of that is, our Black History fact for this year. I'm sorry, our Black History fact for this week is Miss Eunice Hunter Carter. Now, most people think the FBI or Thomas Dewey took down the mafia, but the real mainstream mindset was behind of a woman named Eunice Hunter Carter. As the black woman that prosecuted in New York City in 1930, she noticed a pattern of city rackets, and every man in her office missed it. She built a legal bridge that would connect most of the mob street level crimes to the big boss, Lucky Luciano. Without her strategy, and most powerful mobster in American history would have walked free. She didn't just break the glass ceiling. She broke the back of American mafia. So, Miss Eunice Hunter Carter, thank you for your service. Thank you for your contributions. The first black female prosecutor in New York in the 30s, no less. So thank you for your contributions towards not only American history, not only black history, but world history. And my dad joke of the week. Dad joke of the week is, why can't you fart in an Apple store, huh? Because they don't have any windows. Thank you. I'm here all week. So, man, listen, again, thank y'all for rocking with me. I know it seems like I just abruptly cut the podcast, but I want to try to keep it right at an hour. Yeah, I want to try to keep it right at an hour, just because, people got things to do, and I don't believe in holding up people longer than necessary, longer than needed. I just wanted to get some thoughts off. I want y'all to take this, enjoy your week. Happy early New Year. Shout out to all of them Carolina Panther fans. We doing it, baby. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not Dallas delusional, but Carolina, we gonna keep pounding. DG, AJ, New York, Shorty, my supporters, my people that's rocking with me. To the new fans, to the new listeners, welcome. And again, feel free to reach out on me on any social media site. If you want to talk, shoot the shit, send a voicemail. Any thoughts, views, perspectives, questions as it relates to the podcast, things you want to know, things you want to talk about. shoot me a message. Again, Instagram is Heavy Mac. The dad joke Instagram is It's Just Heavy. YouTube page, It's Just Heavy. You should see my emblem. TikTok is Sir Heavy Mac. And Facebook fan page is It's Just Heavy. And that's it, man. I'm gonna keep it light because again, started recording this for about an hour and 5 minutes, and it's already in the midnight. So I gotta go get the productions done, and then I gotta do all of this stuff before my daughter wakes up at 0:30 in the morning requesting my presence. So love, peace, and hair crease. Yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me, and again, for real, keeping the consistency going. We gonna lock in. We gonna get there. Happy belated Merry Christmas. Happy pre-happy New Year that y'all got coming up. And yeah, man, the Heavy Thoughts Podcast. We here.
It's heavy, it's heavy, baby.
Hey y'all, peace.